I have in front of me the Humax HB-1100S Freesat HD box. It's available for free delivery directly from freetv.ie, and though it's not a true PVR, it doesn't have a hard drive built in, it is PVR ready, which means we can add on an external hard drive. Now, the big advantage of Freesat boxes are that it has automatic channel updating, and it allows the ability to do things like serious link, set reminders, etc. like that. So everything about it is just designed for really easy use. These particular, if we were going for a really simple Freesat box in the old days, we would have gone for one of the cheap brands. But once you're into anything that's going to record, serious link, etc. like that, only go with Humax. As we learned from bitter experience using a lot of cheaper, less reputable brands, Humax are just a super box in terms of design. And to give the statistics on it, normally we need to buy in around 2 to 3 pallets of this box before we'll have a single faulty unit. Returns are virtually zero, and our just general dealing with Humax is extremely good, simply because even though we have to run with low margins in relation to it, it's still a profitable product for us, simply because we just have almost no customer service issues and no need to replace or deal with customers down the line, simply because it works so well. So what exactly are we going to get? Well, this is the outer box that we have here. We have a user manual that's in English. We have a set of, or we have a Ethernet cable here with HDMI leads. Now, normally we won't use this because it comes with built-in Wi-Fi. We have a great remote control here, both in terms of angle, range, size of buttons, etc. And then what we have is a set of AAA batteries. Now, we have the power unit here, 3-pin plug in it, designed specifically for the Irish UK market, well, particularly the UK market. And the power requirement of the box is 12 volts, 2 amps. So if we come along and look at the main unit here, we'll just see the overall size of the box is smaller and very compact compared to previous versions. If we rotate the unit around, I'll just talk in turn quickly through it. We have our satellite input here, so a single satellite feed. If we had one of the PVR versions in the 1100 series, it'd have 2 feeds in and a hard drive, so you'll be able to look at 2 different channels, or record two different channels at the same time. Or look at one, record the other one. With this, you're limited to looking at what you're recording, or if it's on the same transponder. If we come along here, then we're looking at the Rca output, if you're using it with a modulator or for distribution, or for with an older TV. Most people obviously be using the HDMI, which is here. With SPDIF digital optical output here, we have an Ethernet connection, which again rarely used, but you can if you wish. With the USB port here, we can use that for adding on the external hard drive. Let's say, you know, if you wanted to add a USB powered, we'll say probably the most popular ones we have 320 gigs, but you could add on an external mains one as well. It'll work quite well. And then what we have here is we have the external power source. It just plugs in directly there. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come around and look at the front of the box, pick up the remote, and we'll just look at the interface that will come with it here. So one thing I'd say is we're shooting an new overview video for this. We had a previous version of this box, I think it was a 1000S. So most of the associated videos with it will be actually from the older box, but it makes no difference here because all the interface, the key features, there's a great consistency over the range of Freesat and Humax boxes here. So all that happens over time is the processors get faster and the box gets smaller, okay? And additional features come on, particularly the online ones. So if we come along here, if I just hit the OK button, as most people will do, see now next, and if I hit it a second time, you'll see what we'll see is watch now, and we can see what's coming next in relation to it, okay? So we can just exit out there. If I come along and I hit the TV guide button here, what we'll do is we bring up the picture thing and we can see what we have here. So it's sort of now and next again across a range of channels. And what we'll do is we can arrow forward, and then if we go past the initial thing, it'll break it in into a series of half-hour segments. So it's known that we're looking for more information here. And we can see here 2 things I want to point out on the screen. That we're on today's date, and also there's the option using the arrow forward to go 24 hours, or the double arrows back to go to back 24 hours. So if I come along and I press this here, we'll see we go to tomorrow, and then we're into Thursday because it's Tuesday, into Friday, etc. So it's extremely quick there if you go to do the things. And we're able to just press in here, we'll say, and we can set a reminder, we can close menu, etc. So you just close out there. So that part of it works extremely well. That's just the basic layout in terms of how we have it and how it's grouped, etc. And then we have the record buttons, etc. like that. But the record functionality obviously only pops up once we've added on a hard drive that we formatted in relation to it. So these particular units here, I think the thing about Humax is, and Freesat, it's always going to be a niche part of the market to the extent that it's just more expensive than everything else. And the reason it's more expensive is it's better than everything else. Because who wants to, say, with a free-to-air box, have the hassle of continuously having to tune in channels if they change or key frequencies, or if new channels become available, having to look up the codes to add them directly on. With Freesat, it gets rid of all of this. And the thing with Humax is it works all the time. It just works every time. In terms of consistency of the performance of the box is really, really super. The price point of this is a lot lower than the full PVR versions of it, and the fact you can add an external hard drive, particularly if you owned one already, means it's quite good. Now, one of the common questions we're asked in relation to Humax would be, or Freesat boxes, is if I make a recording onto my hard drive, can I play it back later? Of course you can, but can I take it on the hard drive, put it onto a different device and play it back? And the answer to that is possibly, but it may need to be reformatted. It'll work with a different media player, and that can be technically complicated. But overall, I would say, as sort of an enclosed system, it's really super. There's no match of it on the market, both in terms of the Freesat, the design and consistency with it, and the fact that Humax are certainly the most premium brand that are making Humax products. So that's it anyway, an overview of the Humax HB-1100S Freesat box, available with free delivery directly from freetv.ie.